right, USC and UCLA. We've got USC 4.5-point road favorites, 51.5 the total in that game. By the way, if one last thing about Houston, Zion Chris better play better, or else they won't cover that game. That was not good from
Oh
him
yeah, against the Baylor
last week. All right, USC UCLA. UCLA. Give me UCLA here. They just keep on cashing for me. This team last week against Iowa. We took them against or 2 weeks ago against Iowa. We took them against the Hawkeyes. Last week against Washington. Finally, they fell short. It was, not the easiest spot for them, but they finally dropped one against the Huskies, 31-19. It was a late touchdown that put Washington in the money as far as the point spread cover is concerned. The offense, they moved the ball. They just didn't finish their drives enough. Defense kind of got worn down later in that game as well. But nevertheless, still UCLA has shown some good effort lately, better performances, and they've been good against the numbers suddenly. 6-2 against the spread their last 8 games. Don't be fooled by that win for USC against Nebraska. If Nebraska wasn't so inept, they probably would have not just covered, they would have won that game at USC last week. But that was more how Nebraska played poorly rather than USC playing great. Maeva is still a work in progress. He moved the ball pretty solid later in the game, but also he had that couple of terrible interceptions, including a pick 6 early in the game that he threw to get Nebraska going. He's still going to have to be a little bit more consistent for my liking, and UCLA's defense has been keeping them in games a lot in the last month. Yeah. So I'm on the home underdog here, UCLA, in this rivalry game. C-Mac, what do you think?
So I'm on it, and I love that this is the line. Man, that one last week, I've been on UCLA enough this year when they've been covering just a few times. But last week, I just Washington at home is Washington at home, and that's where they really, really good. And they warmed down in the second half, like you talked about, and kind of broke away from them. Garbers was pretty good. UCLA did a lot of things right. They couldn't run the ball, though, and they need to do that better here. They couldn't run it at all last week, but Garbers, 267. He didn't have a pick. Maeva, he's the guy I thought would be in here pretty soon at quarterback. And, I think he's going to do great things. Obviously, you saw him here at UNLV. And I think he'll be all right, but it's going to take time. I mean, how do I not like the Bruins here? The defense has been, I think, better. You have the better defense catching 4.5. Big time rivalry here. SC, UCLA. Give me the points here. I lean under too. I mean, SC's defense is okay. They haven't been playing a ton of overs.
No, that's true. Their defense it's been still not great, but it's been
in crunch time. It's been bad.
UCLA offense is still plodding offense.
Slow.
The ball.
They want to run it.
Drives exactly. So I wouldn't be in a rush deal. I'm probably off the total. I don't have a strong feel for it, but I get why maybe you and others might like the under in this one here. All right.